It's the Caitlin Lee MTGO Show.
So we already had a recall deck today. Every single round we played with this recall deck was so cursed. It was like the first round, my opponent like orked me in response. The second round, my opponent orked me in response, and then the third round, my opponent hull breachered me in response. It was just like, it was just like the worst fucking card. Hopefully, it'll be better for me this draft. Maybe I'll pair it with a color that has removal, and then I can kill those things and still get my cards. Fairy Mastermind, yeah. I mean, that one at least you're like outdrawing the Fairy Mastermind, at least. Oh, stop shielded. Now we gotta start, huh? Now we gotta fucking start. What do you think? More cards? Top 50 tier list drafting step. Yeah, right? I just need some orcs. Then we can start drafting some draw sevens. Then get some forces. Get some cheap counters. Cheap removal. Where's one of them draw sevens? I've been really impressed with Troll, but the draw sevens look pretty good with Shieldred. I don't think we're gonna wheel that Echo. I don't think Echo wheels, but... Or I'm sorry, not Echo, LED. LED for the Echo. I don't think that one's wheeling. It'd be sick, though. It was a stream I did a bit ago. Gallipo. I don't think I posted it. Oh, I think I saved it. I could probably throw it up on Twitter. I'll do that later tonight if I remember. I think I did save a screenshot. Yeah, so normally, like, True Name and Umezawa's would be cards that I would pick higher. I'm thinking about this Fatal Push. Think about, like, being able to, like, kill orcs and hull breachers and stuff in response to my draw spells. Maybe I've been hurt too bad. Sounds like PTSD. I mean, you have to admit there are more of those cards than there have been. Like, Shieldred and orcs are both recent. And then this cube also has hull breacher, right? Which the other cube just doesn't have. Yeah, give me that deepest bat. We're going deeper. I like how Moto cuts off the name, so it just looks like deepest bat. One drops are nice with library. Oh yeah, so you can activate on library on 2 and still fatal push something. Yeah, absolutely. 1 minute discard spells would be hot for that reason too. Get that cheap interaction rolling. Library and Recall are both ways to bin the Echo on the cheap. Don't hate that. I suppose... More cards. I don't know if Palantir is underrated. I think it's just rated. Play against it a shitload. You feel like I draft talismans and signets slower than I used to? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Obviously, I like them in that balance deck that I just had, the artifact decks. There's also more, like, early artifacts than there used to be for those decks, too. Algalez reads as filler to you. I mean, it's a 5/5 flyer, lifelink. The drains the opponent's hand when you attack, makes value. That's unkillable. Does Wormcoil Engine read as filler to you? It's like kind of in the same vein. Or like throwing a Batterskull into a deck like this. Filler-ish, but has its spots to shine for sure. Put an attacking you with a Hellrider or whatever the fuck. You'll be happy to have a giant lifelinker. Giant unkillable thing. The one time I faced it in this cube, I just, like, conceded, and I was just, like, dead to it. And the one time I played it in this cube, it was, like, not good enough. But no other card in my deck was good enough. Pretty happy about this Mox pickup, huh? The old on-color Mox. Hey, Sandorian, things at 37 months. Chat's calling for Orcs. I'm pretty happy with this one. Orcs would be fucking great, though. Orcs more likely to get passed to us if they're just, like, not playing black cards. I've splashed for Orcs before, but probably get passed early on more often than not. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Atropus Moon, thanks for 48 months. There's some, like, really good cards here. They're just not really good cards for us, right? Like, Seasoned Dungeoneer and Lelia are the good ones. I don't really want to try and make space for either of them. We could take an ambitious Cryptic Command and hope that our mana comes together. Or we could just take the Skydiver. Skydiver's good. Necromancy as a way to rebuy Shieldred could be important. These white cards going around are fucking insane, huh? I'm just gonna take the Preordain. Yeah, Liliana or Necromancy Wheel would be really good. Kingdom for a dual land. Yeah, some dualies would be solid. Even those comes in play tapped ones. Move into Reanimator. We're not really set up for Reanimator at all. A single Necromancy would not point me in that direction. I'll grab this Chupacabra. Grindy value card. I like Sheldock. I'm worried about comes into play tapped lands, though. And I don't think we're going to need the value out of our mana. So much card drawing going on. Getting like a draw 7 underneath the Sheldock could be sweet, though. Make it a lot easier to like slam Shieldred and just like spin. Hey, perfect. Now fetches become fixing. Nice, great guy. I kind of hate that quote. Not sure why it got added or why it's survived. I haven't gone through the quote list in a very long time. There are some real bad ones. Dark Ritual's actually sweet here, right? Even though we've got all these ones, like turn 1 Palantir, turn 2 Shieldred, or just like paying for Echo, firing this thing off. I think this Dark Ritual's gonna do work. You sure there's a command for deleting individual quotes? The last time I did it, I went through like the entire quote list. And there were some that were so atrociously bad that some stinkers survived. Don't love Ash Barons in this deck. Said bad stuff. It wasn't me saying bad stuff. The quotes were just bad, Lador. They were just like wildly unfunny and had nothing of interest. Wouldn't it be funny if I added this quote without context that doesn't make any sense? People thinking something's like funny in the moment and not realizing that the funny part was the moment, you know? Stupid ignorant things. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not like there were a bunch of like fucking racial slurs in my quote sections. Oh, I want this jar actually, More Shieldred action. Hey, Forever Sleepy, thanks the 4 months. Right, exactly, quite a spike. It'd be like adding that. The subbing will continue until morale improves. You were sad I passed jar for Preordain? Oh, I'd make that pick over and over again. All day. Every day. Arcane Savant. I don't feel like looking that card up in Anna King, I'm sorry. Oh, hello. I was like, oh, this Mox Diamond's kind of interesting, and then, alright. Alright, I think we got a good one. No orcs, unfortunate. We do need playables. Oh, you get Entomb for Echo. That might be okay here. This is definitely a trophy deck. We currently need 8 playables, friend. There's like no filler in here. Hey, Water9, thanks for $4.20. You found the French rapper the other day, and you really enjoyed the flow. Cool. Let's check him out. We'll try it for more Entomb value. Let's play this thing. Another card to like Dark Ritual out or whatever. Or like Black Lotus. Black Lotus loves a 4-mana walker. Just play it turn 1. Watch it run away with the game. Another duel here. Luris is really interesting with Black Lotus. It kind of only works with Black Lotus in this deck, but that might be enough. Like by itself. The other options here are Brazen Borrower and Fallen Shinobi. Right now we have a flyer for Shinobi. Oh, but Ophiomancer works with it too. Kind of feeling the Shinobi. Like nobody's blocking the Death Toucher off Ophiomancer. Or am I supposed to take the Brazen Borrower and try and wheel it? Could use that Borrower too. Brazen Borrower plays really well with our draw 7s. Crack Memory Jar, draw Brazen Borrower, and bounce their best thing. Watch them discard it. The balance is more splashable than it looks. We've got a Headquarters in the sideboard, so like a Tundra type effect. The Rafine's Tower's in there, and we got like Black Lotus. Ash Barrens could get a basic. I think I'm just grabbing Ballista here. Grizzlebrand and Shieldred are so good together. Hey, Dakmore, thanks for the $5. I like this guy's flow too. Rap playlist getting 2 additions today. Man, I'm so short on playables. I think I'm supposed to grab like Mentor here or something over Chrome Mox. But that wouldn't be listening to my heart. I'm feeling a little sleepy. Shallow Grave could have worked with Grizzlebrand, but then you've got like 1 way to bin, 1 creature to worth reanimating, 1 reanimation effect. A little Liffy hum. Alright, Dakmore's been vaguely obsessed with this song. If it's this song, that seems like a specific obsession, right? If it's like this one particular song, well, anyway. Love that Strix pickup hum. Here we are, short on playables. Strix coming through. 8 cards. Yeah, we need like 2 more things. I kind of hate this Talisman here. Nice, the Dam came back. The Dam's perfect. We only have like a couple removal spells. Oh, Soul Cauldron could have worked with Grizzlebrand. Yeah, maybe I should have grabbed the Grizzlebrand. So we have exactly enough playables right now. Not bad. Not even close. Normally I wouldn't mind. Normally I wouldn't like Chrome Mox that much in this sort of deck. But the fact that we like not only have like 2 draw 7s to like not care about the card disadvantage, but we're also entombing for one of them, right? Like the Echo. We're just gonna have it quickly a lot. That's gonna make the Chrome Mox really good. It's also just like another fast way to play Palantir or Shieldred quickly. I kind of don't want to play Ash Barrens. I don't think we're gonna have time to land cycle. I think I'm just not gonna play it. You gonna play Bob? You gonna play Emrain just for Black Lotus? I guess we have Ballista too. Ballista Memory Jar. I kind of hate it. Our Bob curve is better than I thought it was going to be, though. I didn't think we were going to be a Bob deck. But you're right, I should be considering it. I think if I was gonna add Bob, I would be cutting one of the 5s. Probably the Fallen Shinobi. You like Bob over the Talisman? What about Emery over the Talisman? What about that? I think I like the Fallen Shinobi better than Bob, especially with the Strix and stuff. And then against, like, non-aggressive decks, I could see boarding in Bob for Aklazatsats. So the Mox Jet and the Otawara cancel each other out. This would be like 10 black sources, 7 blue. I'm gonna even it up because we have all these like blue cantrips and stuff early on. We have these double blacks, but we also have like Dark Ritual getting us to double black. It'll be fine. I was gonna have to crack Black Lotus to kill his Mother of Runes turn 1. And now I do not. Yeah, I was gonna play the Otawara and crack Black Lotus for triple black. And then damn it, and hello. This is like the fucking best. Yeah, let's play the Otawara here. Absolutely not, Mark. You're right. Technically a legal line. There's nothing wrong with using the Black Lotus. It's not like our curve is super high or whatever, and then we need to hold on to it and play some 7-drop later. I guess in your example, you're talking about saving it for the overload. Right now, we're the ones applying pressure, right? They're the ones that need a sweeper. Let's do this before we loot. Trying to figure out if I like both of these. Oh shit, what up? Hey guys, a lot of things in the 13 months. You don't think Mono White's insane with Shinobi? In terms of like their hits? I think rebuying either of these cards is insane right now. I'm not right in a buckethead mood. Not in a buckety mood. Oh, this is fucking shit, huh? Well, there goes my board. All right. I wish I could Entomb for Echo now. Yeah. Shieldred would trade with Adeline here, I guess. Yeah, having the actual Echo instead of the Entomb with a preordain, then we could like looted it away, had it in the bin. Would have been so good. They're not attacking? I think you gotta attack there. Oh, I think you're right, stupid dumb. Silly me. I don't know why I thought that would be able to trade. I guess maybe I was thinking that they would play a creature first and then attack. Maybe I was like accounting for that and they just didn't have it. Yeah, using the Axolotl to serve with Copter wouldn't be crazy. Game went from being like unlosable to unwinnable to unlosable again really quick, Yeah, that's what I was thinking, White Seal. The double red on Fiery? Not in this deck, Not in this deck. So what we're missing here is Black Lotus or Dark Ritual or Mox. But fortunately my deck is full of those cards, so we should be alright. We can draw with Library here and then untap Bone Shards. Do-do-do-do-do. Actually very awkward, right? The Bone Shards with Library. I have to go below it. Do you still just do it? And then next turn we can start drawing again. Or we could just be off Library. That'd be fine too. Get my one card in. I think I've been in the Preordain. It's so efficient though. Memory Jar is so not. Library's back online if I just want to activate it next turn. Done the math. I'm at 6 right now. I mean, I want to though. I might want to play like Palantir or Wolfiomancer, depending on my opponent's turn. No play from the opponent in this sort of spot usually implies a flash creature. Yeah, they always been on the first. And they just didn't actually have anything. That is wild. I don't know if their hand's all like removal. Now they're not activating Saga. Reprieve. I think you reprieve that Palantir. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, right? I feel like people underrate Preordain somehow. And cantrips in general. Is Preordain seeing lots of play in Modern now? Oh, it's seeing some. It's not dominating or anything. So far, it looks like it was a solid unban. The one blue cantrips in cube depends on your deck. All your paintings. A combo deck's like always going to have Ponder higher, and some of them are going to want Brainstorm more. I don't hate the Strix. I don't hate like Chupacabra killing the Construct and then just like get in. It's Black Lotus down there. Just pass with mine. Mountain of Death Touchers. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Joe the Thumb. Thanks for 66 months. Are we virtuing? They are not. So let's let them get in with the Copter. The scary thing is, Like, now they have to block the snake token every turn or we get the Strix back, right? So we have a one-sided Abyss with the Ophiomancer. I don't really want to lose Ophiomancer. Maybe it's worth it to get Strix back. Yeah, they only have 3 cards in hand. We get to gain 2. That's not bad. That's not bad. And then another 2 for the Monarch. And we can bring back Jar next turn. Yeah, they really needed to, like, have a removal spell or more blockers or something. Oh, I saw Visigoth is coming to the Milwaukee Metal Fest this year. Not my favorite metal festival, but it like the first day is like this glorious. It's a good day for power metal. We'll put it that way. I'm excited. Yeah, the 2 bands I'm most excited about are Eternal Champion and Visigoth, the band that I'm listening to right now. But there's also like Camelot and Blind Guardian, which are 2 of the bands that got me into power metal. You want to see Unleash the Archers? Oh man, I just saw them in October. They came down here to Madison to play a show. God, Reprieve, lose 2 life. Oh, they didn't crew in response. You got a crew. Hell yeah, Bimp. That's a good bud. My favorite song that they played? I mean, I actually moshed for Northwest Passage, so not a hard one. Impressive how I combined the life of a streamer with leaving the house. I don't actually leave the house very much. 5th. Like, I haven't left the house in over a week. Talk about a hand that needs a Black Lotus, huh? Oh, I just need a few land drops. We should be good, huh? Perfect. Maple syrup. People are coming for my kneecaps. You know they make maple syrup outside of Canada, right? You just need a fucking maple tree. Stan Rogers, however, only one of those. Uniquely Canadian. What was I? Oh yeah, we were talking about Northwest Passage. I actually burnt out on this song for a bit because, like, when it first got released, everyone that heard it correctly assumed that I'd be into it and rushed to my stream and like, Caleb, I gotta show you this song request. Bam. So I heard it like every day for like several weeks. Nice to be known for something. Yeah, right? My fans know what I'm into. What about Black Lotus off the top, huh? The Shieldred plus Echo. We're all throwing out our anti-artifact stuff. Well, they didn't upkeep swords. What the fuck's this attack? They could Ballista for 2 post-combat? Is that what we're worried about? Is that all? That's like all I can think of, right? Ballista for 2. Oh, there's a... Yeah, they don't have mana for Wandering Emperor. Easy 4. You're just like not even thinking taking this. I kind of like blocking. Make them have it. Toxic. Yeah, I mean... They're gonna play a sweeper. Balance. Balance would be a good one, actually. But do you play Balance in your Elvish Mystic deck? Yeah, see, we block. We don't fucking... we don't get natural ordered here. I should never listen to chat. Fucking terrible call. That was on me. The next time I think, there's nothing here, right? I should just block this. Just gonna block it. Just gonna follow my instincts. Now the Entomb doesn't do anything. Because we already echoed, so we might as well imprint that one, hum. There's no reason for them to make that attack. That's not true, White Seal. That's not true. It's not remotely true. People fuck up all the time. People might like think that Shieldred's a 4/4 instead of a 4/5, so they're attacking with their 4/3 into it. People might like correctly assume that a lot of people would never block that in a million years, and so they attack because they're planning on natural ordering it away. They might make that attack because they're planning on playing a regular sweeper anyway. Like a Wrath of God or something, and then you're just like taking 4 damage for funsies. The literal only card I can think of that would punish a block is Ballista. Oh shit, what up? Hey Bean, thanks for 3 months. This is actually kind of sick, right? You wouldn't take the Northwest Passage? Coward. Coward! Oh, should we get a drone? They're only at 10. I was going to draw a card, but we should probably make a drone. It's got Death Touch? The drone's got fucking Death Touch? I wonder if I've been underdrafting this Kaido card. Sumoto's crash. I was getting too much value. Too much value, Sumoto crashed. I'll be right back. Give this the old restart. I'll crash for you too. Probably a server thing then if it's multiple people. I'm back in though. You live still? Yeah, it doesn't matter though, right? Like server issues can like leave some people live and some people not. Server split. Server splits still happen. I remember that it used to be like very visible when they would happen on IRC back in the day. Like a bunch of people would just like get dumped all of a sudden, and then they'd like come back in like a few minutes later. A big clump. That's what Twitch chat uses, two-tone. IRC. Kind of wild. The bots use IRC. The whole chat. All of it. That is the framework for all of Twitch's chat function. Are they killing my Kaido? They are. Should I trade? Correct tree stem. GG. I've actually found that Shinobi's like more miss than hit against ramp decks. Because it's not like their deck is like full of shit, full of like Eldrazi and stuff, right? Like it's not like it's like full of top end stuff. A ramp deck can't support that. A ramp deck is like a shitload of mana dorks, and then like a couple of things to natural order for. So most of the time you hit someone with a Shinobi, you're just like, oh boy, a Noble Hierarch and a land. Great. A Green Sun Zenith, just what I wanted. And then every once in a long time, you're the one who's playing the ramp deck, and your opponent hits you with a Shinobi, and they get your one fucking Emrakul. Oh my fucking god. But I'm not bitter, though. I'm not bitter. I was actually spinning this record the other day. It's a wild one. Sting and Show or Reanimator type decks. Well, you still have the high rolls with those. But, like, if your opponent's whole deck is a bunch of, like, sweet value spells and draw spells and removal and whatever, it's going to be kind of impossible for them to come back from you hitting, like, a Planeswalker or whatever off their deck, right? Again, you're thinking about, like, the high roll. And the high roll, like, what if I hit a top-end card in their deck, and from decks that, like, might just be mostly air. It's about quantity, the density of gas. This is so unexciting in comparison to what the deck can do, but not going to 5, huh? Kill a couple things. What's the appeal of a record over something like digital media? So, records are collectibles. So if you enjoy collecting things, that's kind of nice, kind of fun. You get to say that you bought that record, and then you get to go into like the different versions. Oh man, different releases and stuff. There's all these different kinds of releases for them. Some of them are like dipped in different wax, so they have different colors. Some of them are mastered by different people. You end up getting a lot more like aware of the different producers and stuff. And then you got these big, so like instead of like a tiny CD or like a digital file, you have these like huge squares, right? That have the album cover. And that's just like satisfying to handle. Like this tactile, like huge thing. You can actually like enjoy the art. Because an artist spent a lot of time on that. And like you've got like what's basically an art print, just like sitting on a shelf, and every time you listen to that album, and that's something that the artist put time into figuring out. They're like, this is what we want. This is the artist we want to hire, and then they attached that to the music, right? So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to pay more attention to that connection. And then there's something ritualistic about making yourself get up, put the record on, have it spin, apply the needle, you hit the start of the music. It makes you more like connected to it, and you end up listening to like whole albums a lot more often, right? Instead of like individual tracks. You get taken on a full, complete journey instead of a smattering of moods. And then one other thing is I enjoy hearing things in different ways. And a lot of times the mastering is different because the process of, I don't think I'm going to damn that. I think this Dark Ritual's going to go into this Chrome Mox. What was I talking about? Fuck, what was I on? Oh, the difference, experiencing things in different ways. One of the limitations of vinyl is that the high highs and the low lows get cut out. So that if it's a good release, they will remaster it for vinyl as well. So it is a little bit different than the intended like radio release. But there's been studies that show that like humans find that version pleasant without the high highs and the low lows. Of course, this album that we're listening to right now is so old that it was originally mastered for vinyl. Oh, I wonder if they had the Ballista. Now that we see that it's in their deck, I wonder if they fucking had it. And tutoring for Ballista was the backup plan. Wow. You remember our whole fucking discussion? And they might have just had it the whole time. Jeez. Anyway, I feel like I over-answered your question. But those are the things that I like about it. In terms of like convenience or being better, it is obviously not those things. It is perhaps the worst way to listen to music in terms of convenience, or and the sound quality is going to be as good as your sound system, right? It's not like that's a step up there necessarily. Almost like holding onto the tower to cycle. Yeah, we're like kind of at the top end of our curve already, right? But getting involved with vinyl initially because I liked the collecting aspect of it. Getting involved with it has made me appreciate like a lot of other stuff. Like I ended up getting like a much better sound system, and I'm paying attention to a lot of things that I wouldn't have otherwise. I'm pretty happy that I got into it. Pretty rewarding hobby. Terrible way to listen to music. Great hobby. That's my vinyl review. A good record collection acts as insulation for your home. Oh my god. I'll leave both Death Touches back, I guess. Someday, wax papers. Someday. Really need to find something over here, There's an Ancestral Recall in this deck, right? Maybe Echo for our draw 7. Opponent's Hellbent. Why is this flip back? 10 or more permanents. They already have 10. Awkward. So we could shove all in front here. Let's do it. That denies them their value, and then this comes into play tapped, and mine comes into play tapped, but I can untap and flip mine. And then they untap and flip theirs, and then I get to attack first. If I just untap and attack with his Eklet Zets, though, I would immediately get to draw a card, which is pretty good. I understand that you can block with a single Death Toucher and trade with their creature. There's got a on-hit ability, Heisenberg. Oh, you think it's fine to let them draw a card? That's what you're saying, to save the Death Toucher itself? Oh, it's tapped. It's tapped when you transform. Oh yeah, but they still do it, and then we still get to attack first. Right? So that all part, all of that fits still. Yeah, maybe you're right, Heisenberg. Maybe I should let them draw one card so I could trade with it next turn instead of depending on the top of my library. Hell yeah. That just gets to block it. That's so good. Just a 5/7. This fucking draft chaff common. Hell yeah. That was awesome. Turn 1 Shinobi. We would need a Dark Ritual to turn 1 Shinobi. Believe we're going to turn 1 Kaido. Now to decide between drawing a card and making a 2/2. The 2/2's like kind of zesty with the Mana Crypt Tongue. Get some value going. Like, they can burn the Kaido, but drawing a card lets them burn the Kaido too. Bow bow ba doo doo boo ba doo ba. Want to make sure the Fatal Push doesn't get dazed or something, because then I'd want to uptick the Kaido instead of drawing a card. No. I'm good on that. This deck's good. This deck is good, yeah. Bonus deck's good too. Mana Crypt, 2 Misawas. Those are good cards. Did I ever update I did put this deck in. So there's like Shieldred, Alakazalts, and Chupacabra as interesting hits. I think Shieldred's probably their best bet here. Looks like they agree. They don't necessarily think about that though, ugly paintings. I guess I'd play this. Yeah, I was looking for a black source so I could play Sleeper and start leveling it. Maybe a Curtains here. No. Still gonna Sleeper. Shieldred. Operating well with this Mana Crypt. Not bad. Fuck hum. I think I have to chump that. Ugly card to see, but we can't actually grab it. Only gain 2 life from the Shieldred. I think that's still the line. I wonder if I don't uptick Kaido before attacking. I wonder if they're still killing it before the declare blocker step. Do I have to chump here? I think they're both losing lines. I don't think I'm a winning line from here. Yeah. I needed this last turn, I think. I think last turn this Otawara would have been amazing. On this turn, it's just like slightly too slow. Now I kind of wish I'd chumped, right? Because if I had kept the Kaido over the eye, I was thinking I might have to do like a YOLO attack or whatever with Shinobi. That's why I didn't chump. But like if I keep the Kaido around, it can like brick the Lelia and make them re-equip. Even Dark Ritual doesn't quite get me there, I'll be a mana short. Jar Shieldred. The Black Lotus isn't a live draw. It's in my bin right now. Black does it? What does black do? I don't want to think about it right now, Mark. I'm not there right now. I'm trying to think about what to do here. It's okay to disagree with it, but like I think I said my reasoning at the time. I don't really want to like fucking rehash 3 turns ago. It's not like a useful thing. You're fine, Mark. So I could shuffle the Lotus back into our opener, and we could potentially have like 5 mana. It's really unlikely, but we could Echo and find Lotus, one of our 2 Moxen, and Dam. Really unlikely stuff, but I think that's my only chance of stabilizing here. Like, this one doesn't do it, right? Yeah, I mean, the Umazawas can kill it on board. Fair enough. There's another card to know about. Not the best matchup for this one, but I think it's still better than Bob. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah. Bribery was brutal. I'm going to turn 1 Emery here. And depending on what our draws are, we can Entomb for a draw 7, we can Entomb for a Black Lotus, get it back with Emery. A lot of really cool options. Yeah, I think that might be the first time I've been tuned for a Black Lotus. And you could just Echo here. I kind of want to keep the Lotus, though. So I'm going to Ballista for 2. And then next turn we can crack Lotus, rebuy it, and then Echo. If that's still something we want to do. It's not like getting the Ballistas down is bad either, right? Our deck is really good, yeah. Opponent's deck's really good too. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't bribery me. Hmm. Fair. Whoop, 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 whoop. That game was fucking sweet. Oh man, Skydiver might take that Umazawa's one of these games. Feels like that would relieve like a lot of their pressure if we managed to pull that off. Sure. Yeah, I'm down. Still not sure if I should be playing this Bob. Yeah, we got answers to our own children. We valued removal very highly because I was sick of people like orking me in response and shit. Sweet Dark Ritual Palantir and then just bounce it. Kind of brutal. Oh, is this Bone Shards the fucking Teferi? It's like okay, right? Maybe been the Ballista or the Consider. Yeah, I don't think I need this Consider. And I can rebuy the Teferi. Awkward. Hey, Eric Virgo, thanks for the 20 bucks. Generate as much mana from non-land sources as possible. Fair enough. Yeah, we could Dark Ritual out the Kaido. I think I just want to like Strix and Dark Ritual out the Palantir. Yeah, them eating 5 there when they got this Mana Crypt going could be huge. Found Xander's Lounge. There's the red source they've been missing. Teferi coming back as expected. Upticking though, not bouncing Palantir, upticking. Interesting. Sorry, we got some options here. Summoning Shieldred's tempting. They do get to time walk me by Teferi bouncing it on their turn. But they go down to 10 and then like whatever Mana Crypt does. Kaido Uptick is like weirdly tempting to me too. You want a Kaido Fog and token? You want to bounce the Strix? I don't really. They just tutored up this Xander's Lounge. Or I guess the 2/2 is also like similar. They don't mind bouncing the 2/2 with Teferi. So then you just like lose the Kaido when they play their Lelia here. And then you've got the Strix off the board, so the Emery is no longer 1 mana next turn. Kind of considering like Ballista Emery Go. Or Kaido plus Go. Like I'm not sure why the Kaido downtick would be good. It's like doing actions just to do actions. You end up with a Kaido at 1 that anything gets to clear instead of a Kaido at 4, where Lelia would attack for 3 that turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm like not even gonna attack the Teferi. I'm just gonna pass. Can't do both. I mean, you can do both. Kaido very specifically lets you do both. think I'm gonna do Chrome Mox, no imprint. And then Servant Kaido. And then, I'm sorry, and then Emery, and then Servant Kaido. I could imprint Oviamancer. I just don't see what the benefit is. Like, I don't... Like, I might want to play that Oviamancer. Maybe Animchara. It kind of depends on how the opponent handles this combat here. Well, that kind of makes me want to Ballista the Kaido. Board's a lot more Lelia friendly than it was last turn. Mana Crypt's still going. Five mana. Bribe. Time Warp. Okay. Brutal. Really glad I got the Kaido off the board before they started warping Hum. Mana Crypt down to 3. Wow. So they're bouncing Ballista here. I think they're bouncing Ballista here because they want to make sure they can get a Umezawa's hit in. No, I have to choose between pinging them down to 2 or just like letting it get bounced so I can reuse it. I think we let it get bounced. Or no, we fizzle the draw if we ping. That makes it a little bit better, I think. Oh, the Sarah Paragon. They get to gain 2 life. Nice. Hero Blade hold, sure. They have 1 card in hand. Fucking hard, Hum. I think we just Shieldred and hope it's not a thing. We could be like Ophiomancer plus Emery, or maybe a lead on Curtains. Well, Shieldred resolved. Just flash it in the Barworm. They have a scary board, but like their life total's also scary, right? This is kind of an intense game 3. We got him! We got him! Whew. They lost like 3 Mana Crypt flips in a row. I feel that. Been there. Been there. Live by the Mana Crypt, die by the Mana Crypt. Mostly die. Mostly die by the Mana Crypt. Sweet. And we got a stip. I'm going to put the stip in the overlay.